Hi, Courtney here to talk a little bit about decor in your house and your home life, frugality, minimalism, simple living, slow living, voluntary simplicity, all the things, and how I have managed that through my life, and some really helpful tips that I have learned in my 51 years. When my children were little, my mother gave me a book called The Tightwad Gazette by Amy Decision or Dacazan. I'm never sure how it, I don't even think it's in print anymore, but you still can find it. And it was a newsletter that was compiled into 3 books and eventually one big book. It is priceless if you can find a copy. It's so wonderful. There are so many tips in there that will help you in your life. And one of the things in there that caught me early on was the fact that we spend a lot of our time trying to decorate our homes or make them look nice. We'll go out and buy things. But the one main thing that people forget is so important is to clean your house. So oftentimes, all we need to do to feel better about our homes is to clean them. And maybe we need to move some furniture around. And so that really set me on a trajectory of, before I go buy anything, to clean and to see if I can rearrange things and make sure that I have done that. And today was one of the last 2 weekends I've been spending a lot of time doing that. We have the money now, but I have developed such an adversity to consumerism because of the environmental impact of that, and knowing that so much of it is what we would call, like, there's fast fashion, well, there's fast decor as well. And so when my children were little, one thing that we would do, even when they were toddlers, is that we would take a 10-minute cleanup. And I learned that actually from Parenting Magazine. Every day we would do 10 minutes of cleanup. Back then there was a little song from a show on PBS called Barney, and it was called the Cleanup Song, and actually was a teacher back then. And so we would sing the cleanup song or play it, and we would pick up toys, we would fluff the pillows, we would put the shoes up, put the dirty laundry in the hamper. And eventually, as they got older, they had chores to do every day. And I developed a set of things that I do every day as well. Now that they've left home, I have a set of things I do every day, and I'm going to share that with you. It keeps my house orderly and tidy. And then in between, I do other things. Now, the big stuff, the deep cleaning, I will admit, I have had someone helping me clean once or twice a month. However, there have been times where I have done it myself. I actually cleaned houses myself until I was 30. And then as I began working more and more and more, I had to have some help because I was out of the house and I was making more money per hour than I would have to pay someone to clean for me. And it became a different kind of decision. As I look forward into possibly retiring to part-time, I'm probably going to have to start cleaning again. But these daily things keep our life tidy and organized so that it doesn't pile up. Every day we make our bed. I get up, I feed the animals, I make the bed, I do any dishes that are in the sink from the night before. We do clean the kitchen before we go to bed, but there's the coffee cups and the breakfast dishes and things like that. So I do the dishes. That may mean emptying the dishwasher, loading the dishwasher, and I will do a load of laundry if I have a full load. I always wait till there is a full load. We own a construction business as well as an Airbnb, and my husband, we have a farm. My husband produces a lot of laundry. So every day pretty much, or every other day, I do a load of laundry. I wash it, I dry it, I fold it. Or I wash, put it in the dryer, fold what was in the dryer, the next day, repeat. I often will, of course, if there's any trash out, we pick that up. We're pretty good about keeping that picked up anyway. And every Wednesday, I bag up all the trash. Obviously, if it needs it before that, we do that, but I bag up all the trash because the trash man comes on Thursday, and we make sure to have that done so all the trash cans get changed, the bathroom, the wastebasket in the office, etc. Because we have 3 dogs and 2 cats that are inside, outside animals, like right now it's been hot and my Great Pyrenees is shedding terribly. So a lot of times I'll just Swiffer the house, run the vacuum, or sweep. I pretty much do that every day. This whole list takes me less than about 45 minutes a day, probably only 30, to be honest with you, because it never gets too out of hand. It's never too much. So sometimes when it's cooler out and the dogs aren't coming in, I can go 3 or 4 days without sweeping or vacuuming. Sometimes I just spot do it. Every room doesn't always need it. And those things done on a regular basis keep my house clean. Oftentimes after I've taken a shower the night before, I often take a bath before bed, and I will take a quick shower in the morning. I will take the rag and just kind of wipe the bathroom down after I'm done, just making sure everything's kind of dust-free, hairspray, things like that. I'll randomly go around the house and Swiffer. But this morning, one of the things after I got all my chores done was we had done some painting, and I'd been putting everything back, and I'd been making sure to clean it really good to make sure it was deep cleaned. I did what I call styling the house. This does not involve me going out and buying anything. It's just putting things back, putting them in a way that I like them, going through the house and seeing, does something need to be different? What do I need? And I made a list of things that I had been thinking about getting. A new mirror for the bathroom. The one we've had up there, I never really liked it. It was a gift, and I felt obliged, but it's too small for the space. I wanted a clock for our bathroom. I have clocks in the other bathrooms, but not the main bathroom. That helps me a lot when I'm getting ready for work. So I put clock on the list. I had a big mirror in my bedroom, and I tried to see if it would work in the bathroom, but it did not. In the living room, I noticed I had this pillow out, and I kind of was just feeling like I wanted to change. So I went into an area where I had a few extra throw pillows stored. I pulled out 2 that I wasn't using, switched them out. So that added a little bit of fluff. But once I got the house clean, I don't feel like I'm at a point in my life with my home that I feel pretty content. I often won't replace things until they're broken or ruined. My husband was cleaning the hummingbird feeder, and it got some kind of nastiness all over the front. We have a big welcome mat. We have a very large front door, and it got some stuff all in it. It's not a washable welcome mat, so I will go buy one of those now. I will go buy a mirror and a clock. I do not have anything that I can use, but I make sure to look at what I have, take some time. Do I have something else that will work before I go buy it? And I make sure to keep my house clean so that I'm not wanting to buy stuff just to fill a void, and not feeling content with what I have. I also went through the house and got rid of all the things that I could. I've been doing that often. Earrings that didn't match today, a pair of curtains that I replaced, a sign, like a little picture that I took down that someone gave me at Christmas that honestly I never really liked in the first place. So just doing things like that, and making sure that I am not spending on things frivolously and just getting in the car and driving to the store. So that's where the other part of this minimalism or simple living comes into play. I had my list. I sat down. I made a list for the week of all the things I had going on. And I realized that I had somewhere to go every day next week. So I organized my time and shopping for those things around the things I have to do next week. So that today I'm not using gas. I'm not going out when it's busy to buy the rug, to buy the clock, to buy the mirror. But I know I have to go into town next Monday to run some errands, to take my son to the doctor. So that will be the day that I will choose to go pick up those things. Also, I will have had some time to think about, do I still want that? This is another thing I would recommend. Take some time before making a decision that you want to buy something and buying the thing. I hope this has been helpful. These things have helped me a lot. I'm going to show you a few things before we go on. I'll show you the mirror. Okay, so this is the mirror. I've always thought it's too small. It doesn't really fit the space. You can see I really want something bigger there. The mirror that we did have, let me show you the clock before I go that way. So here's the little clock I have in the bathroom. and it really helps me get ready in the morning. But this isn't the main bathroom. This is the guest bath. So I thought possibly that this mirror that I have in here would work, but when I tried to hang it, it would have to have, and I am in the middle of doing laundry, so forgive the laundry, that mirror. It didn't work with the space. So I will be buying a mirror. And in my bathroom, and I have been getting ready, in my bathroom here, there's a spot for a clock right there that we can see when we're getting ready. I think that will be super helpful. Now in here in the hallway, right here, in this area right here, my dog will often lay, and it gets really dirty because it gets a lot of foot traffic. It's not really a good place for a rug because A, it would be kind of weird right there, and B, we would be stepping on it all the time. It would be moved around. But I have a rug right here, there you go, that when they come in, they step on that and it helps clean their little paws. Well, clearly they're not little. Down the hallway, right there, I'm thinking that if I had some kind of runner, that it would help with our shoes and things like that when we come in, because we do live on a farm, and my husband is notoriously not good at taking his shoes off when he comes in the house, and therefore I'm cleaning all the time, because he's coming in and out. So I'm thinking a runner would be good there. But I have, I know exactly where I'm gonna go. I know my time. I know exactly what I want, and I have looked around the house to see. At times I've just used little rugs that I had in the hallway, but it looks weird. It looks like someone put placemats down because it's such a long hallway. So anyway, I just wanted to share some thoughts. I've showed you all before that my house is, full of just a lot of hand-me-downs and things like that. It's interspersed with new and old items. That was a Facebook find, Facebook Marketplace. The bed was my grandmother's, and this was my stepdad's. The furniture over here, this was purchased from a friend who moved back to England. The little footstool is a flea market find. And the little Asian type furniture that you see here was my other grandmother's, or my grandfather bought it back from the war. So we do a lot of that, and then I mix new things. So today I mixed, that's Cleveland the cat. I had that pillow that I had stored in a closet to pull out and use at different times, and I purchased this on Amazon. So I often will mix old and new things together to get the style I want. And then once everything's clean and tidy, I'm often like, yeah, I don't really need anything else to care for or clean or take care of. And that's the other thing. I don't want to, the more you have, the more you have to clean it, the more you have to take care of it. And that complicates your life even more. I hope this has been helpful. I know it's been a little bit of a long kind of ongoing video, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.